welcome to the show, Melanie.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming over. You're here to talk about Gildas Club. How are you involved with Gildas Club?
I'm the executive director for Gildas Club.
Okay. How long have you been the executive director there?
I was there before we opened. So I started in January of 2013, and then I hired a couple of my team members in August of that year, and then we did our grand opening in February of 14.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and for those people listening who may not know what Gildas Club is, could you...
It is a strange name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, who is this Gilda?
It was named after Gilda Radner, the Saturday Night Live. She was a comedian, and so she got cancer, and so she was working with her psychotherapist, Joanna Bull, and said, hey, I'm getting help, but my husband, Gene Wilder, is not, and so is there anything out there that can offer support? And so, hence, long story short, Gildas Club, the first one was in New York City in 1995. And so Gilda lost her life, unfortunately, to cancer. The mission kept growing, though, because the need for support is so large. And the uniqueness about Gildas Club is that it's not only for the person with cancer, it's for their families and their friends. So anybody that knows anybody with cancer can come through our red door at no cost because we're funded by the community. So it's individuals, corporations, and then we write a good amount of grants. Local money stays local, which is awesome. We're not sending like some things have to send out to corporate. So anyway, so we are there. Fast forward a few years, 2007 and more, Randy and Ann Moore. Ann was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Same thing. She said, I'm getting the help, but Randy and the kids are needing some help. So Randy would often say our ever-expanding circle of friends, and they made a trip to Louisville. There's a Gildas Club in Louisville, a Gildas Club in Nashville. They went down there, and Ann said, oh, this is what we need in Evansville. So the founders and a lot of passion-filled people that were willing to do a lot of effort and fundraising and getting the money and even establishing a 501c3 made that happen. Sadly, Ann lost her battle in 2009. Randy made her a promise to see that it got open. Mm-hmm. And so we did in 2014. So we're here to serve the TriState area, which is around a 75-mile radius.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot of years.
It hasn't been.
But
no,
probably
it hasn't
seen
been.
a lot of things, have a lot of good stories, that kind of thing.
Oh my, they're the most courageous, funny, inspiring people that have been when cancer knocks on your door. It just knocks you for a loop, and they're family now. I mean, we get to walk a journey with people that is so raw and hard, and yet also so. Whenever the PET scan comes back clean and clear, and we're like, yes. And so it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah. So I know some people wonder, are you related at all to the Susan G. Komen stuff? Or is that
That's a good question.
Separate?
No, we're separate.
Okay.
Yeah, we're separate. One of the uniquenesses about Gilda's in that we're separate. We work hand in hand with the Komen and American Cancer Society and Touch and Chemo Buddies, but we all do different things. And so what Gilda's does is that we offer support. We have our core components are education, healthy lifestyles, support, and social connections. So because everybody's journey is different. And we serve men, women, kids, any ages, any stages of cancer, any kinds of cancer, and their family and friends. So we have a team of licensed mental health professionals that run our groups. We do have support groups. We do individual counseling. We have scrapbooking and jewelry and movie night and potluck dinners and bingo nights and family connects. Anything when people come in, they say, we had some that says, I really used to like to dance. And we're like, okay. So we brought the swing cats in and we had swing cats,
sure, yeah.
And so it's just fun. We have about 45 scheduled activities every month on the calendar. And then we're open for people just to drop in any other time.
Yeah, I got to take a tour last year. I think Dorothy asked me to come over just to look around. And
what'd you think? Was it different than you thought it would be?
Oh, gosh, yeah. It's hard to know. From driving by, and you guys are on the east side. I guess people don't know. They're like, was it Vogel?
We're on Vogel Road behind the red door. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so, I didn't know what to expect really.
Yeah,
and then even when you walk in the door, I'm like, I still don't know what to. But then it just like keeps going.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than people think, man,
right.
And it's a lot homier. We're set up totally homey, and so like an apartment,
right? It's comfortable in there, which I guess is your.
That's
mission.
our goal.
Right.
It's good to hear somebody else say it, but it is.
Yeah, so we're here specifically, I guess, to talk about you have an event coming up here
We
pretty
do.
soon.
June 4th, the first Sunday in June. It's National Cancer Survivors Day. We're doing the TriState version of it, and it's going to be held at Eykamp Scout Center, which is kind of wedged between Red Cross and it's east of Van Avenue. And we're just going to have fun. It's a day of celebration. We're kind of going after the Survivor TV show, that theme.
Oh, okay.
And so we're going to have games and challenges, obstacle courses, inflatable stuff for the kids, a Velcro wall for all ages, minute to win it games. And we're giving away some legit prizes, like an iPad and jewelry and patio furniture. And, anybody who's been on this journey, they deserve this. They just deserve a day that's all about them. We even had Sabrina Newton wrote a song. It's called This Is My Day, and it's specifically for this. And it's debuting that day. A few weeks ago, it went so well. We went to Nashville and recorded it. And so it'll be available on iTunes for download immediately after that.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty cool. And so we're having 2 men in a truck we're going to have a truck pull to see how many survivors it takes to pull a truck. We're going to have some fun stuff. We're going to have the master gardeners are going to be there and have garden tours. The kids from D'Alto are going to come and do some improv. You know what improv is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're doing 15-minute circuits of improv.
Oh, cool.
So the Girl Scouts are going to be there making some fun crafts with the guys or with the kids, and just a day of celebration. It's 1 to 4 in the afternoon. 1 to 3 is going to be the games and challenges, and then around 3:15 we're going to wrap it up and bring recognized sponsors, which are many, but our title sponsors are Deaconess Cancer Services, St. Vincent, and American Senior Communities. Couldn't do it without all of them. And we're going to give away the cool prizes. We're going to hear the song, and then we're going to wrap it up with a little surprise song at the end.
Oh, okay.
So we always have to have a little surprise.
Yeah, you don't want to can't give away everything, right?
No, it gets boring.
Right. I usually like to ask nonprofit people this question, but there's a lot of nonprofits in Evansville.
Absolutely.
So is it challenging to kind of get your piece of the pie, or have you had issues with that, or?
Every nonprofit has challenges financially, and capacity-wise.
Right.
Having enough volunteers to
that might
do,
be harder, right?
It is sometimes, because it's like our visions and our hearts are so doggone big, and so sadly, so many people have been touched by cancer, and we believe that we respect donors where they are. And I know that donors have a lot on their plate because our community has a lot of need, but thank goodness we're a generous community. And so we like to work in collaboration with others. And so we like to really be partners with our donors. So instead of, I call it go away money, we'll take any money, right? But
Right.
I really want to connect them to the mission and to the people that they're making a difference to. And if they've been touched by cancer and they come in and we've got 120, to give you an idea, 120 volunteers are coming out for this that are not our normal volunteers.
Yeah.
Because I said, I want you to come and enjoy. And so these are businesses that are coming, and their team is saying, hey, me personally or our team at work has been touched by cancer. We want to come help.
Right.
So that just expands this network of support for people that are going on this journey, and they'll see these people at church or at the soccer field or whatever, and they're like, hey, I know you, and that people, I don't think, realize that. That's so comforting to know that, hey, there's a connection there, and you made this possible for me.
Right.
And so that's what's so awesome. So do we have challenges? Yes, we do. And we can always use support, financial support, and people support from volunteers, just like every other nonprofit out there.
Yeah. So if people want to volunteer or help out, what's the best way to get involved with that?
They can call Gildas,
Okay.
402-8667. They can Google it and go on to look for our website, which is Gildas Club Evansville, or on our Facebook page. We do a lot of posting on that, Gildas Club Evansville, and to find out all the latest things that's going on, because we usually have a lot happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just the one event a year.
It's not just the one event. So it isn't. We've got another one coming up at the end of August. It's called Rise for a Cause, and it's really more for individuals and business owners to come together. It's an hour and 10-minute little breakfast meeting to find out what we're doing. Last year was the first year we did it. It underwrote our youth program launch that we did.
Yeah.
This year will probably be for our family program. It will be the kids, but as well as with the family. Right. And so it's going to be held at Atlas this year. Okay. And It'll be fun. It's really quick. You hear from a couple of our members. That's what we call them. We're a clubhouse, so they're called our members.
Sure.
And you hear directly from them and why it's important to have this in Evansville.
Yeah.
Right? It's a strange name, but hey, it's a good thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm of a certain age that I know some of Gilda's work, and she was very funny.
She was very funny.
My gosh.
She was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of her skits and oh my goodness.
So good.
Yeah. Steve Martin and Bill Murray gave her a noogie, and that's where we got Noogie Land for the kids.
Oh,
that's what it's called.
see?
Is
There you
Noogie
go.
Land. So yeah, she was ahead of her time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, obviously everyone knows Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. So yeah, so that's, if they didn't know, then they'll know where that name comes from, right?
That's right.
Are you from the Evansville area then? Or?
I've been here since I went to school at U of E.
Oh.
So I'm a transplant from Southern Illinois, over in Fairfield, Illinois. It's a little bitty town.
Yeah, not too.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
So yeah, I'm a West Sider. Don't hold that against me, but we love the West Side. West is best.
Right. Yes, I've heard that before.
I didn't realize that when we came and moved in. We actually were on the East Side, and then we moved before the kids got in school. My husband was working on the West Side, and so went over there, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Really? Is this for real?"
Right.
It's for real. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's okay.
It's a fun.
Now I claim the West Side Nut Club, the festival.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
claim,
absolutely, that's it.
In.
I'm in.
You've been there enough that they've
I
accepted
do it
you.
every year. That's right. I'm one of them.
Right. Oh gosh. Well, someone that maybe you weren't from here, but you are here now. Is there something that you wish? I try to ask some of these questions too for people but like, is there something that you wish we had that we don't have right now here in Evansville?
I wish we had things for kids with cancer. They have to drive outside.
I don't know.
Support of the families spend a good amount of time driving up to Riley's or Corsair.
Okay, I get you. Yep.
For treatments,
right,
and for the kids, and so
yeah.
And I wish there was more emphasis on kids research, cancer research. Only 4% of the dollars that for research go into that for kids. Only 4%, and so if I could change that, I would do that. The flip side of that, of what's going really well, our community is starting to really gain some momentum. This E is for Evansville, the new branding. In different pockets, they're starting to pull together, because there's nothing worse in my mind than the silos that happen. You got 3 people doing the same thing. Right. It's a waste of resources. And so starting to gather that momentum, my kids now, my twins are 26, and so things that their age group like to do.
Right.
They want to get involved. They want to do things.
The quality of life.
Absolutely. Yep. And so look at the work that we're doing, the restoration down by the river and the thing down Haney's Corner. I mean, it's awesome. And I wish more people knew about that kind of thing. And I think they're going to with this new ES for Evansville. I think we're going to put our name on the map a little bit more than we have been and say, hey, look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in southern Indiana. But by golly, you can be a big fish in a smaller pond down here than maybe New York City or L.A., and you get to help to craft the environment and the culture. And that's huge.
Yeah, well, it's been a common thing we've talked about on the podcast before, was people that say that, you really can affect
absolutely
the area a lot better. You can go up and have a talk to the mayor. And
absolutely. He's so open. He's always listening to ideas and stuff.
I also have a theory that he maybe have clones or something.
No kidding. He is everywhere.
It's not been disproven. But yeah, well, is there anything else we need to know about Gilda's club coming up here? I know it's kind of a last. It's pretty close to the day here, but
it's pretty close. It's like 10 days away.
Yeah,
but they don't have to. It's no cost.
Okay.
But we, if they could register, they can go on our website, and there's a big yellow button that says "Click here to register for Survivor's Day." So
and
they
just
Google,
to help you to know what to plan for.
Exactly.
Okay.
We've got, we always have to have some surprises, so I have to have some numbers around that to make sure I have enough surprises, because otherwise the surprise is going to be on me whenever they show up.
And you want to be the surpriser.
I do. I do like that. And so, so if they could register, and then one thing that we are building is a trail of hope that's going to be lined with tiki torches. And so what we're doing, no cost for that. It's theirs to take home at the end of the day. We just want to they can help create it, or we'll put it together for them, and it's their name, the kind of cancer they have, in the years since diagnosis. Okay. And it'll be lined up. We've got over 100 torches right now so far, and that will be lined up on our Trail of Hope. It gives people such hope to see oh my gosh, I've got ovarian cancer, but they're 12 years out. That's
Right.
awesome,
Yeah.
you know, and breast cancer and uterine cancer and kidney cancer. And so we've got our youngest right now is 3 months since diagnosis. And I think 41 years is our longest right now.
Wow.
So it will inspire them as we build this network of community, which is what we do. You know,
Yeah.
Randy and Ann started it with their circle of friends, and we've done what they wanted to do and expand that out. And we want to continue to do that.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for doing this.
No,
Love the
it's-
awareness.